What's up everybody, it's Sean here and I am back today to give you a review of the Hidden NY collaboration with Asics on the Gel Venture 6 Shield in this white and wasabi colorway. This marks the latest collaboration between Asics and mood board turned brand Hidden NY. Earlier on in 2024, they dropped a very popular version of the Gel NYC. But to end the year, they released this follow-up which is on the Gel Venture 6 Shield, which is meant to be more of an outdoorsy, trail-inspired running shoe. So this pair released, I believe, at ComplexCon first, but then there was a follow-up worldwide release that happened in late December. That's where I picked up this pair from, and they retailed for $160 US or $210 here in Canada, and the official colorway for this shoe is white and wasabi. So the inspiration behind the design of this shoe, this is based off of archaeology and mining for gems in the southwestern US. So that's why we have these turquoise tones on this shoe, inspired by the unique colors of those gemstones. And you'll see throughout this review, the shoe has a lot of hidden Easter eggs that give nod to both New York with Hidden NY and of course Japan, where Asics is founded. So here's a quick look at the packaging, and as you can see, this comes in a custom box which features both Hidden NY and Asics co-branding. So on all sides of the box, we have these very subtle hits of co-branding, which I thought was really dope. It gives the shoe more of a special feel when the shoes don't just come packaged in a plain general release Asics box. So I was a big fan of this. And then on the inside of the box, you'll see we have these maps of both Manhattan as well as Tokyo, Japan, paying homage to both Hidden NY and Asics roots. So as for the shoe itself, jumping right into the details, the base layer of the sneaker is crafted out of a white colored ripstop nylon. So this has a lightweight but durable feel to it. And then surrounding the front toe cap, we have this rubberized overlay, which is done in more of a very light gray. And on the tip at the very center, we have the Hidden NY H logo. Moving downwards, overlaid on both sides of the toe box, we have these synthetic leather overlays with silver colored detailing. And you'll see this also covers the top two eyelets too. Beneath this, on the mid panel of the lateral side, we have the signature Asics stripe. This is done in a silver colored finish with turquoise and black colored detailing. Again, like I mentioned, paying homage to the color of those gemstones. But when you compare this to the medial side, on this side it's left much more plain looking. We don't have the Asics stripes here, but instead we just have a synthetic leather here with these triangular shaped cutouts revealing that ripstop underneath. So you can see how that rubber overlay runs down the entire length of the shoe. So this mudguard also covers the heel of the sneaker, and on the lateral side we have Gel Venture branding. In the middle we have the Asics logo, and then hanging off the top we have this synthetic pull tab, which is done in Hidden NY's signature bright green, and we have their logo on the very top. As far as the laces go, so this pair comes with two different lace options. The standard lace that they come with is a rope style white colored lace, which I thought was the better of the two. But if you want to give the shoe more character and if you want to give the shoe a more unique look, they also come with these TPU or plastic translucent rope laces, which while they look really interesting and really unique, I found them to be very difficult to stay tied and they would come loose very easily. There's also a very small green lace loop right in the center of the tongue, which is done in that signature Hidden NY shade of green. Beneath this, the tongue is covered in that same white colored ripstop nylon, and then running down the top of the tongue, we have this clear plastic layer which helps to hold the laces in place, and we have Asics branding on the top of the right foot and Hidden NY branding on the left foot. The back of the tongue and the interior of the shoe, this is covered in a black colored liner and it's pretty thinly padded. And then for the insoles, these come with a foam padded insole, and again they feature these maps of both Tokyo and Manhattan, and we have Asics branding on the heel of the left foot and Hidden NY branding on the heel of the right foot. So the upper of this shoe sits atop this EVA foam midsole, and the midsole is entirely painted in this very light gray color. I don't know for this particular pair, but for the regular Gel Venture 6, they do incorporate gel technology underneath the heel of the midsole. I assume that's the case for this shoe, but it's not confirmed, and I can't deny it either. Either way though, we have this small Hidden NY branding stamped onto the midsole of the lateral heel. And then finally for the outsole, we have this very aggressive trail-inspired rubber outsole. This is all done in this black color. We have these angled and triangular nubs running from heel to toe, along with some grooves to give the shoe a little bit more flexibility. So that breaks down the look and the construction of this pair. And for those wondering about how these fit, so I was reading online from people that got their pair early. They were stating that this shoe ran a little bit big. So I got these in both my true size, which is a size 10, as well as a half size down, which is a 9.5. So trying them both on, I ended up keeping the 9.5. The size 10 was good in that I felt no pressure points whatsoever on the shoe, especially around the toe box. My toes felt very free to move around. However, the length of the shoe was very long. There was over a thumb's width space between the top of the shoe and the top of my toe. In comparison to the 9.5, the length of the shoe is good. There's just over about an index finger's width space between the top of the shoe and the top of my toe. I could feel a little bit of this rubber overlay touching the edge of my big toe, and that was more pronounced on my left foot, which is a little bit bigger than my right. But it wasn't to the point where it felt irritated or very uncomfortable. So it comes down to personal preference. If you have like a really narrow foot or a normal width foot, and you like more of that exact one-to-one fit, then I'd recommend going a half size down. But if you have a really wide foot, or you just like a really spacious toe box with zero pressure points whatsoever, and you don't mind the extra length, then just go true to size. Next up, in terms of the comfort, so to my surprise, this shoe is actually quite comfortable. The foam that they use in this midsole has a decent softness to it, so straight out of the box, once you put your foot inside, you can feel a little bit of that sinking feeling of that foam. It's not to the point where you feel unstable. It still feels like a very structured and stable shoe, but there's a decent amount of plushness right underfoot, and I found the upper of the shoe to feel quite lightweight as well. So especially for like a trail-inspired running shoe, these actually surprised me quite a bit in how comfortable they were. Finally, in terms of the quality and the craftsmanship, so first off, material quality unfortunately was nothing special. Everything on this shoe was just synthetic materials, so we have these rubber layers, TPU layers, mesh. There's nothing premium or good quality about the materials, but I guess that kind of makes sense considering these are marketed as more of a trail running shoe, so it's theoretically meant to be built to withstand nature. At the same time though, I thought the build of the shoe was okay. It wasn't perfect by any means. I noticed small things like the heel tab was sewed on crookedly, and there was some wrinkling on the mesh toe box. So this was a little bit disappointing. I was expecting something a little bit better. I was hoping that my pair wouldn't have flaws like that. But other than that, I thought the stitch job was good. The remaining panels were stitched on symmetrically. So let me know, how is the overall quality control on your pair? So with all of that out of the way now, let's toss these on feet. I'll lace them up for the first time in my new setting. Hopefully you guys like it, and I'll show you guys how these look. All in all, even though it seems like people really prefer the Gel NYC collaboration a lot more over these, I think these are actually quite underrated. There's just something about the look of the silhouette that speaks to me. Maybe it's the rubber overlay, this mud guard, it gives it more of a rugged and almost like functional appearance to it. And I feel like that's something I appreciate by mixing a functional look and feel of the sneaker with a more lifestyle ready colorway. I think it's a perfect marriage of style meets function. The only thing I wasn't crazy about and I maybe would have liked to change would be the color of the Asics side stripe. I just thought it was a little bit strange how this is turquoise, whereas the remaining hits on the shoe are that pure jolly green. So I just thought it was a little bit strange in how this turquoise was kind of close to the shade of the green, but not exact. And if it was up to me, I probably would have matched it to the same exact shade of green as the rest of the shoe. But I'm just nitpicking at this point. All in all, I'm pretty pleased with the end result of this collaboration. It's just a shame that these released so late in the year that it seems like they were left off a lot of people's end of the year lists. So leave your thoughts down below, let me know, what do you guys think about this collaboration? For anyone watching, did you also pick these up? It seems like a lot of sizes are still sitting on store websites, so it's great for those that actually want to pick these up. They probably don't have to pay over retail to get them. If you guys enjoyed this review, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. You can follow me on Instagram at esco8, check me out on X at sean.go spelled out, and visit my website at seango.ca. So thanks everyone for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this review and hopefully it helped you in some way. Appreciate your continued love and support, and I'll catch all of you in my next video.